It's time now for Down on the Corner with Dale Hoffman, North Central Arkansas's premier news talk program.
Good morning, North Central Arkansas, South Missouri. It's Friday.
It's Friday.
We get a cheer down there.
It's Friday. Hey, that's pretty good. It was almost like a song. It's Friday. I got it. It's good. Good job, Bob. Good job.
I mean, the earmuffs are really messing with your head.
So excited.
They got a song about that. It was almost like a song.
It's Friday, January 21st, 2022. Well, we got one more Friday to go. We get into February. Maybe a little bit warmer weather, a little bit closer to spring, you know. You ready for spring?
It's wintertime. I'm good with this.
I'm done with winter.
It's wintertime. I'm okay with the winter.
You ever notice that the ones that whine about how hot it is are the ones that whine about how cold it is?
Oh, yes. He will be whining on the heat here before long.
I get out and get my mowing
He's
done.
got that 5-degree ratio where he's happy.
It's just so cold. It's just so hot.
Well, 7 degrees is a little bit cold.
I'm ready for
We've
fall.
had some nice winters.
I can't believe it's 95 degrees outside. I'm sweating.
I saw somebody posted on Facebook yesterday, I'm so over winter. It's been such a cold winter. We've had 3 or 4 cold days.
It's not been a bad winter at all.
And
I mean, even the
a
snow
couple
that came
days of
through,
snow.
Yeah.
A bad winter is 2009 when you've got 3 inches of ice and no electricity anywhere. That's a bad winter.
Terrible. Yeah.
Then you can complain.
Then you can whine. Yeah.
Hey, the door just opened. Somebody's walking through. Anyway, good morning. It's Friday, January 21st. It's almost 7:02 in the morning. Are they doing the school's got AMI day too?
Yeah.
AMI
They're running AMI day, so the school itself is closed.
And so I checked road conditions, and I'm sure it's illness and a little bit of winter, so just kind of shut it down. Come back on Monday, I'm assuming.
That's what it seems like.
That's what they're.
Well, you look at some of the back roads, like Old Military and stuff like that. It's still slick.
It's not bad though. I mean,
is it not?
No.
It was yesterday. It was pretty slick.
It was.
Well, the funny thing was he came in, once he got to the bypass, basically clear.
Oh, yeah.
I had no problem on Cardinal and 5 South and any of the back roads where I'm at. So,
See, in about 6:45 yesterday morning, I brought Tina in, and we come up the road by your house, Ironside,
Yeah.
and come up Heritage, and it was fine.
yeah.
So as soon as the sun came out, it started to dry out.
Help
But
yourself to coffee over there. It's all right. Grab you a cup. Yeah.
I'd much
There
rather
you
I'd much rather it be cold for a few days, like real cold, and let some of this stuff freeze dry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Than I would
yeah.
for it to all of a sudden be 35 and it just be slush.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, that's true. Anyway, tell you what, hey, we're enjoying Brewed Awakening coffee here at the station. You can do the same thing with 3 locations to serve you the best coffee in town. Baxter Regional Medical Center's main entrance lobby. Follow the COVID guidelines there. Then you got Bomber Boulevard and 62 East Plaza. Both drive-thrus are up and running and ready to serve you the best coffee in town. Mochas, lattes, frappuccinos. They've got pumpkin spice, French vanillas, espresso shots. Then they got cinnamon roll scones, turnovers, and muffins, and all kinds of good things. Tell you what, you can't beat Brewed Awakening coffee. 3 locations to bring you the best coffee in town. The 2 drive-thrus are ready to go. Of course, they're ready at the hospital as well. But with the drive-thrus, you don't have to get out of the car. You don't have to park and walk in either the grocery store or the hospital to get it, you know. Brewed Awakening Coffee, the best coffee in town. Be sure to check them out. Would you like some Brewed Awakening at home?
Are they open today?
Oh, yeah.
Because they weren't open yesterday. They posted on Facebook that they were going to be closed yesterday due to weather. So
Right.
don't know if they were going to be open today or
I'm sure
not.
with road
Yeah, I don't
conditions,
know.
I'm sure they'd be open today. So, anyway, well, drive-through anyway. If they're closed, it's my error. But, yeah,
Hospital is the only one that was open yesterday. So,
Really?
Yep.
check them out. Brewed Awakening Coffee. Perhaps you want some Brewed Awakening coffee at home. Have them grind you up some beans, ½ pound, 1 pound, pound and a half or more. A little bit more money to spend than what you spend at the grocery store for regular coffee, but this is Brewed Awakening Coffee, and it is the very best coffee in town. Don't take my word for it. Stop by the studio sometime, have coffee with us, or check out any of the 3 locations that serve you Brewed Awakening Coffee. Been with us quite a while and appreciate your sponsorship on Down on the Corner program. Brewed Awakening Coffee. If you're not drinking Brewed Awakening, you're just drinking muddy water. They do a great job at all 3 locations. Roller Funeral Homes of Arkansas bring the morning prayer each and every day with all our respect. Roller Funeral Homes, 29 in Arkansas, 1 in Memphis, Tennessee. In our local area, talk to Brad, Bruce, Charlotte, Chris. Anyone there can help you. Perhaps passing of a family member, loved one, friend, whatever it may be, or pre-planning. With all our respect, no matter the situation, that's how Roller Funeral Home will handle the situation. It's a very tough job. They're very talented and gifted people. caring, loving, and understanding. With all our respect, Roller Funeral Homes all across the state of Arkansas and in western Tennessee. Morning prayer brought to you by Roller Funeral Homes. With all our respect, let's pause now for our morning prayer. Heavenly Father, today my prayer starts by asking you to keep those in the medical field, some working long hours at hospitals after the last COVID surge. Some are literally worn out, burned out, and frustrated, but help them to keep on going. Then for our teachers in the schools, the last 2 years have been interrupted from instruction at school to at home, back to school, and so on. Switching back and forth is good in some ways, but bad in others. Then for our churches, pastors, priests, and ministers dealing with normal worship, but also many dealing with ill people and some not surviving. It takes its tolls on those called to teach and preach the gospel of Jesus Christ. But Lord, I pray you just take the COVID away. Heal our people, no more COVID or its variants. And please, Lord, just heal our people, our nation, and then maybe be forever grateful for healing for you hearing our prayers for healing. It's my prayer today. Amen. Roller Funeral Homes of Arkansas bring the morning prayer each and every day with all our respect. Roller Funeral Homes.
Oh, boy.
And now, the thing that Bob missed the most. Dun, dun, dun! The weather!
Well, that's a surprise.
Yeah, it's a surprise to me, too.
Morning weather brought to you by the Z-Team, Bevel, Zdora, for all your real estate needs. Your full-time, professional, award-winning real estate team. Always busy, but never too busy for you. Realtors you'd recommend to a friend. It's time to take a peek at the White River.
We're going to go into the zoomed-in shot. The wide-angle one, I'm having a hard time getting it to load this morning. I don't know why, but
That is a beautiful shot this morning. Look at the Rainbow Bridge. The railroad bridge is to the just to the right of the main bridge there, the highway bridge. You can actually see cars on the main highway, the 62-412, up at the very top of the screen. Occasionally see a car or truck go by there at the very top of the screen. But you're looking into, you're actually looking into
the river.
Right now you're looking into the river, see part of Cotter Trout Dock right there. And of course the right side of the screen is Baxter County, left side of the screen is Marion County, and the beautiful White River separates the two counties, of course. And here in just a second, it's going to reset its shot, and we'll be able to look at something else here in Cotter. But while you're at retireToArkansas.net, be sure to check out all the listings with the Z-Team, Bob and Linda Zdora, both in Arkansas and Missouri. From Gainesville, Missouri to Mountain View, Missouri to Mountain View, Arkansas, back over to Marshall, the Z-Team is ready to go. There's another zoom out there. You can see the river, and you see the little Big Spring Park, Cotter Trout Dock there, with great service for your river touring needs right there. And of course the railroad bridge, beautiful shot this morning. A little bit of snow right there on the rocks, left-hand side. Check out the Z-Team on retireToArkansas.net and all the listings with retireToArkansas.net. Like I say, in both states, Arkansas and Missouri. The Z-Team is ready to serve you. Realtors you recommend to a friend. They're your full-time professional real estate team, ready to serve you today. 870-405-0793. There's another good shot of Cotter, Arkansas. Can we go back real quick? Yeah.
Yep.
Beautiful shot right there. You see the baseball park, railroad museum, the little picnic area down in there in Big Spring Park, and beautiful shot today. Some of the city lights are still on there in the bridge approach there at the railroad tracks. Beautiful shot this morning. Very nice. Call the Z-Team, 870-405-0793. The Z-Team for all your real estate needs. Realtors you recommend to a friend. Right now, we've got it up to a whopping touchdown and extra point after. It's 7 in Mountain Home and 6 in Harrison. They missed the kick. There you go. Batesville at 12, 7 at Yellville, 12 at Marshall, 6 at Salem, 12 at Mountain View, 6 at West Plains, 5 at Springfield, Poplar Bluff, Missouri at 12, 6 in Missouri. And I checked this out every which way I could. 34 degrees, to put it in contrast, in Watford City, North Dakota. 1,400 miles northwest of here. It is warmer on the Canadian border than it is here. Oh, goodness, my goodness. Oh, well, it's winter. Here we go. Shower activity in the Gulf of Mexico. It's the southern tip of Texas back over into the Florida Panhandle. A little snow and ice in the southern part of Alabama. But with the warmer climates down there, it won't last too long. And you see a snow line there from Nebraska, basically northeast Colorado into Nebraska, and the Dakotas stretching on up into Canada. And some of that stretches back all the way back into the middle part of Nevada. And surprisingly, no precip coming into Seattle or Portland this morning. So we're in pretty good shape across the middle part of the country right now. We'll zoom into Arkansas and see what we have here. And of course, 62-412 east and west of Mountain Home is clear. Little Rock to Branson on Highway 65 looking good there. And then you got Little Rock, Cabot, Searcy, Batesville, Pocahontas on Highway 67, 167, Looking good right there. All the interstates clear, 30, 40, 49, 55, 555, and 530 in Arkansas. I-40 east of Memphis to Jackson. We're looking good right there. Moving on up into Missouri, Poplar Bluff, Missouri, north on Highway 67 to St. Louis, west on 160 and 60, Branson and Springfield. We're looking good there. You see Highway 65 coming into Springfield and heading on north in northern part of Missouri. We're looking good right there as well. I-70, 49, 44, 55, all looking good in Missouri. Nothing from Kansas City to St. Louis on 70 or Cape Girardeau north on 55. In southern Illinois, it's a little bit different story. We got a little bit around Harrisburg, Illinois, and that moves over into northwest Kentucky, over just to the east of Elizabethtown, Kentucky. Ironically, Elizabethtown is on Highway 62. If you go east far enough on 62, you wind up on Highway 62 in Elizabethtown. Harrisburg, Illinois to Olney, Illinois, you got some light shower activity going on right there. Freezing precipitation also in northwest Kentucky. And so for Illinois, East St. Louis, Illinois, east on I-64, you're going to hit it over around the Indiana border. Once you get over close to Evansville, Indiana on I-64. I-57 south to Carroll, not too bad. Paducah on I-24 going south to Mayfield. We're in pretty good shape there, as well as Union City down to Dyersburg, Tennessee. Not too bad there at all. Okay, no watches or warnings for Arkansas other than kind of a wind chill advisory in northeast Arkansas, nothing for Missouri. 7-day forecast, we're still cold today at 29 degrees for the high, 43 on Saturday, 50 on Sunday, and 55 on Monday. Then we have a chance of showers and snow on Monday night, but we're back up to 40 degrees on Tuesday. The drought monitor in Arkansas, still a pretty good drought going on in the southern part of the state. A little bit more has popped up in extreme southwest Arkansas and a little bit more in southeast Arkansas. You see the bright red, then that's the drought areas right there. Ashley County there, Chico County there, and over in Little River County. North Arkansas, north of I-40s, we're in pretty good shape here. Not too bad in the state of Missouri. They've got a minor drought, just abnormally dry western part to northeast and north central around the St. Louis area. Norfolk Lake at 553.56, while Bull Shoals 6 at 658.34. Checking I-Drive, Arkansas, all the snow and ice is apparently melted. I checked it earlier today, and all travel points are in good shape. Have a little bit of slow traffic in Little Rock right now with stopped traffic. There's no explanation on the reason why, but on the east part of Little Rock, we do have some stopped traffic, and a little bit on the east side of Memphis as you go out I-40 east. Take a look at our cameras. Highway 5 north here in Mountain Home. Normally a busy junction this time of day. See how we're doing on a Friday. Not too much going on at Highway 5. Normally got some traffic with Baxter Regional. Of course, Baxter Lab with shift changes around the 7 o'clock hour. See Casey's over here, and of course the big Exxon station there, and some traffic moving through the lights as they go head on to work this morning. Cardinal Drive at 62 Business Loop. There we go. You see a beautiful sunrise here. You see Century 21 LeMac Real Estate over in here, and of course you see the McDonald's Golden Arches there. Minimal amount of traffic at Cardinal, looking east into Mountain Home. We'll look down the hill now, Club Boulevard towards Clay Maxey Chevrolet. There we go. You see Clay Maxey Chevrolet here, Baxter Regional among the mountains over here. And a little bit more traffic this morning, what we're used to seeing on the east side of town going into town, but what's there is moving pretty well. All right, we'll move on over to the Spring River at Highway 63 in Mammoth Springs. For folks over there watching on the NEXT cable system there, you got Mammoth Springs, Arkansas here on Highway 9, the Spring River under US 63. Difference in color, the highway right there is the Arkansas-Missouri state line, so the cars are leaving Arkansas heading on up into Missouri at the state line. So you're looking at extreme southern Missouri and North Arkansas this morning at Mammoth Springs. Beautiful sunrise there today as well. And let's see, one other camera we'll check real quick. Let's go over here to Black River. You see the Black River there going into Portia. Beautiful shot there. All right, real quick, what else we got left? Missouri Department of Transportation, all roads are clear there. Crude oil prices today are looking at $84.04. Ouch. Dow Jones Industrial Average has dropped again, 313 points yesterday, closing at 34,715. Real quick, upcoming events, we've got some stuff coming up. The Lake Norfolk Striper Club meeting will take place January 24th from 7 to 8:30 p.m. at Eastside Baptist Church, open to the public. Doors open at 6:30. Program is Winter Fishing Tactics for Stripers. And I got about 20 seconds. Don't forget about the Mountain Home High School French Club. We'll have a chili supper to raise funds for the 2022 trip to Quebec. Takes place tonight from 4 to 6 p.m. at the Mountain Home High School cafeteria. $5 for a bowl of chili. and you also get it to go. So that activity tonight from 4 to 6 at the Mountain High School cafeteria. Time for a break. Time for This Week in Real Estate. Be right back.
It's a matter of taste, and at Brick Oven Pizza Company in Mountain Home, delicious taste is all you will find. Enjoy signature crafted pizzas and appetizers, as well as oven-baked sandwiches, quesadillas, salads, pastas, and desserts. When it comes time to relax or meet up with friends, Brick Oven Pizza has you covered. Handmade cocktails and ice-cold beer are always available at their fully stocked bar. No time to dine in? No problem. Call in your order and use Brick Oven's convenient drive-thru window for all your to-go orders. It's a matter of taste at Brick Oven Pizza Company in Mountain Home.
Have you ever noticed every time you wash your car, you end up wetter than the actual car? Next time, run down to Car Care and let the friendly staff put a smile on your face. Car Care of Mountain Home has a variety of services to clean your vehicle's needs, inside and out. From a simple wash and shine to their outstanding detailed services. Located 1525 Highway 62 East in Mountain Home. Stop by Car Care Mountain Home today, because driving a clean car always makes you feel good.
Hi, it's Bob Zdora, the Z Team at Century 21 LeMac Realty, 1024 Highway 62 East in Mountain Home. As you know, we are all facing some unusual times. Be calm, be smart. The business world of real estate will continue. We may have some delays and some changes that are out of our control, but life will go on, and this too will pass. Give thanks for this wonderful country that we live in. Give thanks for the neighbors that we share. If there's anything we can do to give you a hand, give us a call, 870-405-0793, and check out our website, retiredtoarkansas.net.
At Connor Family Funeral Home, our goal is to provide our friends and neighbors with caring, compassionate services at an affordable price. Connor Family is a full-service funeral home that offers a wide range of services to meet your family's needs and customs. We are the first on-site crematory in the area and provide many options to memorialize your loved ones and address all the details for a more personalized service. Where compassion and affordability meet, Connor Family Funeral Home in Mountain Home.
When you think about Hospice of the Ozarks, it's our desire that you think about finding a way to live your life to the fullest while living with a serious illness. If you ever need help and support, we provide a team of healthcare professionals and volunteers that will support your physical, emotional, and spiritual aspects of life while doing the same for your family and caregivers in the comfort of your own home or wherever you call home. When you think about Hospice of the Ozarks, we hope that you grant us permission to walk on the journey with you. Your not-for-profit option since 1979.
At Letty's Mexican Restaurant, we are here to keep you safe during these difficult times, as well as serve you the best Mexican food in the area. That's why we've installed a convenient pickup window for all your to-go and pickup orders, as well as a covered outdoor seating area. Give us a call at 870-435-2532 to order your next meal. And don't forget, Letty's also provides catering for small parties or big events. Experience the best in Mexican cuisine. Letty's in Gassville.
When you're out of It's my favorite time of the week, This Week in Real Estate with Bob Zdora. Of course, the Z Team, Bob and Linda Zdora, your full-time professional award-winning real estate team, ready to serve you today.
Yes, sir. Yes, we are. It's been go. I mean, this year's hitting just like last year was in the beginning of the year. And
all eight cylinders
there was
firing well, huh?
No tipping off. You know, it's kind of more like the 4 with the Echo Boost. It's been busy. It's been, we've talked to a lot of people and trying to help people make those good informed decisions that we want them to make. We want people to know what's going to be involved in the process, what's going to happen next. This is going to happen. That's going to happen. Sometimes they remember, sometimes not, but that's okay. At least we know we've gone over it at least once. So when we go back over it again, they go, "Oh, I do remember you said that." And it's not a matter of trying to show them up or anything. It's just a matter of making sure that they know, so they don't get blindsided with stuff. We want them to be comfortable in the process, knowing that the inspector will be coming once we get an offer on the home. The inspector will be coming within 10 days, and then they'll have a couple of days to respond to that, and we'll respond to that. And just part of the process, not to get worried about it, making sure that the pre-approval letters are good, contact the banks, make sure that those letters that were written that they haven't gone out and bought a new car or furniture for the house since those letters were approved. Just those kind of things. The back of the house stuff that my honey's so good at, that's what it's all about, is making sure, because that's what makes it all go smooth. And that's what we want it to be, is very smooth. We want it to be smooth on our end, too, as best we can. But the important thing is that you, as the client, that it's going well for you.
That you take a lot of the headaches away from the client. That's
The difference is you guys are used to dealing with the headaches. You know what headaches are coming.
Right.
You're prepared for them. And that way you can take that away from the customer who's not prepared for those type of headaches.
We got 17 years in this, and we went through the last recession. We've gone through the boom, and if whether things slow down, speed up, whatever they're going to do going forward, we've at least had our toe in the water long enough to know what's going on. And I think that it's very important that you get somebody who's in the market being the way it is. It's nice to help the girl from your church, the guy from that used to bag your groceries. But make sure they've got enough of a backup team that can help them. If you're going to use them, make sure that they got somebody who can help them and lead them along the way. Because if they're just out there and haven't done a lot of these, it can be difficult. It can be difficult. So that was one of the things that we did when we first started the team with Jordan and Mallory and just going forward with them. And so we wanted to produce good quality realtors. Jordan's doing great out in Fayetteville. He's just killing them out there. In fact, he's doing the radio show.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. So he learned from that, and he's made it his own.
Yeah.
And that's good. I mean, that's what we want. That was what we wanted. We wanted good quality realtors to come out, because it's tough to get started, and it's an expense to get started. And people don't realize, they think that, I'm just going to go out, I'm going to list a bunch of houses, I'm going to make a pocket full of money, and God bless them. Some do. But it can be, there's a process to the whole thing.
There is.
And that's the important thing. So,
it's kind of like, for folks that know, I restore old radios. So you have to analyze each radio. You know what I'm saying?
Sure, each one's unique.
I went down to Melbourne and I picked up one for $20. First thing I did is I popped the back. Oh, all the tubes are there. So I knew right off the bat what I'm going to be dealing with if I offer him $20 for that set, which I was correct. This is how you go into each client. You basically know what to look for.
Sure. And some people have got a mistaken idea that, because the market's so busy, because the prices are up, they are up and the market is busy, but they're not up like stupid numbers. There's a balance there of getting what the property is worth and what you think it should be because Fred the barber told you. That's not a good way to do your business. And we've got 3 right now that we're dealing with that didn't pass the appraisal. That's going to be an issue. And it's a real big issue. The other ones, I think we can get them worked out. But stuff blows up then. And now
what do you mean it didn't pass?
The appraiser, say you accepted a contract was offered for $200,000 on a house. The appraiser comes out, who is a partner in this whole thing, because they work for the banks, and the banks want to make sure that their money is good. So when that appraiser comes out, he does his appraiser business. They're all licensed, some better than others, as there are better radio people, better TV. I mean, just the nature of things. And they come out and they do the appraisal, and they say, no, it's only worth $175,000. Okay, who makes up to $25,000? And that's the negotiating part, because generally the seller, he probably wanted to sell it for $225,000 to begin with, and that it ended up being $2,000, and then the appraiser says, nah, $175,000. So now somebody's either got
$50,000 there, it makes a difference.
You got So and we've seen, like I say, we got 3 of them right now, which is unusual. We're usually like right there, but people have expectations of what they think their property is worth. Agents sometimes don't counsel their clients as to what the property is worth and show them, look, this is, even though we're in a frothy market, this is where these properties are selling.
There's a certain aspect of reality.
Right. Exactly. And then that's what you got to be. You got to be realistic about where you are in this market.
Because they don't want a 2007-8 where, we're going to loan $300,000 on a $70,000 house, and you're upside down in the water.
Right. And it's to avoid that. I mean, as the rates are going to start to go up, I think the sale prices are going to have to come down, because there won't be as many people that can afford to buy those houses at that price. So we'll see how it shakes out.
Even a 0.5% is going to rattle the cage door.
Oh yeah, sure, because it affects how much you can afford every month.
Sure.
Because your interest section of that is higher.
Yeah.
You know, the principal payment is going to be the same, but the amount of interest that you're paying every month, that's going to be affected.
Right.
And through inflation, you're going to see the insurance rates will start to go up. You're going to start to see different fees starting to go up. Your water bill may go up a little bit. Little things that you don't really think about, you know, the cost of the cable and your phone bills, things like that are starting to inch up, and all of that affects your debt to income. You're still only making this much money. You can only cut those slices of the pie so many ways.
Mm-hmm.
So
that's right. That is so true.
that's, you know, that's,
Wow.
and that's what it's all about.
Wow.
So we were talking a minute or two about what time was it? What am I at? Oh, I can get both of these in here. We're talking about history and over the past couple of years how things have gone. So I went back to 19, 20, and 21, and just to give you an idea of how much COVID has actually affected our area here. And I think that's an interesting look at this. In 2019, there was 1,146 residential closings.
1146.
1146, yes, sir, for $171.5 million. In 20, it went to 1,281 residential closings for $222 million. So 135 more homes sold in 21 than had sold in 20 than had sold in 19. And it was like a $50 million increase in residential sales from those 135 sales. And those was all those starter homes and stuff that were kids would normally be buying. Those all got snatched up. So it was a lot of sales, not as much money.
Right.
And that's what happened there. And then when we got to 21, there were another 1,340 residential closings for $271 million, which was 59 more than the year before, and almost $49 million more dollars in residential business. So when you add those together, that in the past couple of years, just in 20 and 21, you got like $2,800 or 2,800 sales.
Oh yeah.
That homes that sold. I mean, that's just a huge
In
number.
between 19 and 21, you're up basically you're off $500,000 being exactly $100 million up in 2 years.
Yeah.
171.5 to 271.
Yeah, and it's
$100 million in 2 years.
So that's how it has been over the past couple of years, and that's I'm gonna say it's all COVID related, and it's not all because some people were coming anyway, but that big of a bump over, those 130 in 1 year over the other year, that's a really big number for our area. So it's
and that's strictly residential. So
and that's all residential. I got the numbers for the other.
3,600, about 3,700, almost 4,000 homes.
Yeah. I mean, that's a pretty big number for an area this size. I mean, and that's Baxter, Marion, part of Searcy, southern Missouri, but still,
sure,
that's mostly here. I mean, like right here.
Basically, a Sunday afternoon drive distance of anywhere.
Yeah. I mean, basically, if you're within the sound of our voice here, you can.
Yeah.
You would fall into our MLS for the North Central Board. So kind of interesting the way things have changed. So, but this week in real estate, there were 29 new listings came on, 2 commercial properties, 5 parcels of land, 22 homes came on the market, ranging in a price from $75,000 to $450,000, and 3 of those are taking backups. Average price coming on the market this week is $210,000. There were 29 sales, 1 commercial property, 6 parcels of land, 22 homes sold. They ran at a price from $77,000 to $470,000. Average sale price this week was $201,000 with 107 days on market. Total of $4.4 million in residential real estate closed this week. 8 properties expired, 20 at 20 at price changes. 96 are pending. You jump like 10 from last week. So things are continuing to move forward. Currently, there's 151 homes listed on the MLS, so we're up 2 on there. Those 151 homes range in a price from $23,000 up to $2.5 million.
Goodness.
So we talk about how many are there, but what does that really mean? And that's the range that those houses run in. Year to date for 2022, there's been 50 sales, residential sales, for $12.1 million. Average sale price of $120,000. And, average time on market was 120 days. Average sale price of $243. For 21, there were 28 sales. So you can see how the sales are starting to take off here. For $5.1 million, 90 days on market with an average sale price of $183.
So year to date, did I hear you correctly? 12.1 million, and this is the 21st of January.
Yeah. So, there's been some big homes have sold this year already.
So
and you got 50 homes have sold already. I mean, that's in 19 days. And that's take the holidays out of there and King's holiday out of there. You know, I mean, there's a...
Oh, yeah, I forgot, yeah.
And then that's not counting residential and, the commercial and land sales that have occurred. And all that adds money to the local economy. It affects everything that gets done in the economy, really, in one form or another, runs through real estate. From getting new drapes, new grass, new roofs, new carpet and cabinets, and we're doing the cabin in Cotter right now, and I got new cabinets coming in. I got Hirschberger's coming in to do the floors. Not a better guy to do floors than Matt Hirschberger. Great guy. Some carpet, windows. So all that stuff,
Wow.
Back door.
Yeah. Incredible.
All comes up.
Wow. Boy, 12.1 million, and this is the 21st of January.
Yeah.
Wow.
So, I mean, and I think things will continue along. I think there's a little push right now, people trying to get get the rates locked and be able to that's the big thing. Get your rate locked as quickly as you can. When you talk to the bank, get the lock in. If you get a little long and you're not going to close in time, make sure you get that extended. You pay a fee, but make sure you can get it extended. And ask them when you're talking to them. When you're talking to whatever bank it may be, or if you're talking to Chris Nassari or whatever, ask them, look, if we don't close on time, can I get this extended for 30 days? Because that could make a huge difference in your ability to go. And a guy was talking to us the other day at Continuing Ed about a client that he had. They talked to the bank and didn't get the rate locked, and now the inspection's done and everything, and she's talking to the bank, and the bank raised it like almost half a point. Now she doesn't know if she can close. So that goes back to your debt to income and what you can do and what you can't do. But so try to get a little ahead of that if you can. If you're a buyer and you're thinking of going forward, give my honey a call. If you're thinking about selling and you're saying, this may be get ahead of if things do slow down, I want to be able to move to where I want to move to, and maybe I could get a better deal going wherever you're going as the prices may start to fall down. But give my honey a call. She's at 870-405-0793. The website's retiredtoarkansas.net. And the new camera's on the website, I'm told.
Beautiful.
And we'll get the other one back up there, too. But give her a call. She's more important than the cameras and everything else. So give her a call, 870-405-0793.
Realtors you recommend to a friend. Bob and Linda Zdora for all your real estate needs. Once again, 870-405-0793. We will be right back. When you're out of town, make sure your pet is with someone who will love them as much as you do. At 201 Pet Salon and Resort, your pet is cared for just as they would be at home. 201 Pet Salon and Resort is the only all-suite climate-controlled and air-filtered boarding facility in the area with private and spacious rooms to keep your pet relaxed. And with over 3/4 of an acre of fenced play area, your pet will receive the proper exercise they deserve. 201 also offers professional grooming services. Your best friend is in good hands at 201 Pet Salon and Resort in Mountain Home.
Jim Brown Company keeps you cool when it's hot and warm when it's not. A trusted name in the mountain home community, Jim Brown Company provides timely heating and cooling installation and repairs. Our certified technicians incorporate new technology on every job to provide you with the most advanced services. At our metal fabrication shop, we handle projects big and small. We've created everything from commercial ducts to custom designs.
I'd recommend Jim Brown Company to my friends and neighbors. The reason being they have high-tech equipment. Their service techs are well qualified for the job that they do, and they also send me a report after all the work is done so I know exactly what my unit's doing.
By visiting our showroom, you can learn all about our heating and cooling products. We'll educate you on your options and help you decide on the right solution. For total comfort at your home or business, choose Jim Brown Company. Quality service with a family name since 1964.
It's Friday Sports, and with me this morning I've got Coach David Martin, Coach Bobby Bevel from Mountain Home Bomber Wrestling. Welcome, gentlemen.
All right, thank you. Appreciate you having us in today.
Thanks for coming in on this nice, warm Friday morning. And, you know, we didn't have school today, so we're really glad that you decided to come on in.
Yes, sir.
So wrestling has been going on since before Christmas.
Yep.
You guys have been very, very busy. Before we get into what the team structure looks like, let's talk about any coaching changes. Have you had any staff changes this year?
No staff changes this year. We're still kind of in the same boat as we were last year. Coach Bevel and I handle the school side of things and take care of all the administrative stuff and that kind of stuff. And we're very fortunate to have 4 certified volunteers that we couldn't possibly do without. You know, Travis Alexander's been with the program for 15 years now, I think. Started the program. He's been the backbone of the program and carried it to where it is right now. And Scooter helps us out. He's been with the program 7 or 8 years now, and his wife is kind of our team mom and does anything we need her to do. And then Robert Recktenwald has been coming, and he started doing some mixed martial arts and been coming in and working with our bigger kids and helping them out. So we're just really blessed to have a great group of people working with our kids.
What does it mean to be a certified volunteer?
You want to take that?
Well, through the state of the AAA Arkansas Athletic Association allows people that are not certified as teachers, educators to come in and have some expertise. They have to do some testing, background checks, go through the same procedures that we do as teachers and educators, but just a little bit to a lesser degree. But then they can come in and participate, be a part of everything we do, and oftentimes they bring that expertise as Scooter and Travis have and come in and really help grow a program.
Yeah, and wrestling's not the only sport that uses them. I know that soccer's got a couple that they use. Football has 1 or 2 that they've picked up and they use. So it's a good, like you say, it's a good opportunity for the athletic department to pick up on some knowledge that's out there in the community, but they may have other jobs or other things that they do day to day.
Yes, sir.
So as things have progressed, we came off a great, and I'll just throw out, I've been helping you guys with the wrestling since, well, it's been 16 years. So it's exciting, and it's a sport that if you've not been to a high school wrestling match, you'll have that opportunity on Tuesday, the 25th, and I believe that's going to start at 5 o'clock.
Yes, sir.
Has
Yes,
that
sir.
changed any?
No, right now it hasn't. Everything is up in the air this year, it seems like, and we've had a lot of changes to our schedule. But this Tuesday we will have some home matches. They will be at the junior high because there's basketball at home this Tuesday as well. So the matches may be limited. The 2 teams coming in are 2 conference teams, but both of their rosters have been pretty limited this year, so we don't know how many matches we'll get in, but we'll just kind of take what comes and face off against whoever shows up.
Yeah, this is only the second home match, I think, of the season, isn't it?
Yes, sir, but we're kind of loaded up here at the end. I think we've got 4 home dates in the next 3 weeks, so.
That'd be good.
Yes, sir.
So to this point, we started to say the teams have come off a good season last year. Both were conference champions last year. Girls went on to win state. What's the status of the girls' state rings?
It's been kind of a mess. We still don't have them yet. We're waiting on them. Expect them anytime. There was some issues with them from the factory. No fault of our local guys. It just is what it is kind of right now with everything in our society that you kind of have supply chain issues with everything. So we're hoping to get them anytime. As soon as we do, we'll get them out to the girls. Girls team, coming off of last year, we had a state title, had expected 7 of our 10 girls back. That hasn't happened due to numerous things outside of the control of our kids, to be honest with you. We've only got 2 of those girls wrestling right now, but still having some success. We went to Sylvan Hills Tuesday night and actually only had 2 of our returning wrestlers from last year wrestle, and we beat BB 60-0.
had a sweep, and then beat a pretty good Sylvan Hills team 46-12. So we're very fortunate to have a lot of depth in our girls program. Our girls program is growing. We're consistently having 20-plus girls, which no other team in the state has that depth. So we've been able to overcome some injuries and some sickness to still be able to put a quality group out there and be successful.
Stay on the girls for a minute. You've had several matches that you've traveled away, and you've done some good things. They're not finishing in first place every time, but you're in the top 3 every time. And I was talking to Scooter the other evening. What really counts is what's coming up in a couple of weeks at Searcy, which will be your conference meet. So do y'all look at that as just prelims and don't really worry about what place you finish in?
Well,
you'd like to finish every one first place.
Oh,
no
absolutely,
doubt.
absolutely. Well, this year's turned out to be kind of a rebuilding year for us, as I said. So we're really excited about where we are right now, considering who we're wrestling. We don't have a senior on the roster. We've been in the top 3 at every tournament we've been to. Searcy right now is the number 1 team in the state, so they will be very difficult to overcome at the conference meet. They're a pretty senior laden team that has a lot of experience. But we're really progressing well right now. I felt like on Tuesday night we wrestled the best we've wrestled this year. It just seems like we kind of got over that hump where it's all starting to slow down for the girls. They're starting to not have that panic mode on the mat where it just really slowed down, and they're starting to feel it a lot more. And it's just, the wrestling was really good Tuesday night.
How many weight classes in the girls' side?
This year there's 10. The National Federation has come out and said that we will be changing that within the next 2 years, and they've given us options of 12, 13, or 14. The boys currently wrestle 14, and the state has said that we will choose an equal number with the boys. Now, whether that stays 14 and 14 or whether we go 13 and 13 or 12 and 12 is still up to the governing body. But we're really excited about that in our program because, like I said, we have one of the biggest programs in the state, so more weight classes is only going to benefit us.
So right now you're doubled and tripled up per weight class, is that right?
We have a backup. Yes, we have a backup at almost every weight class. There's only one weight class where we are singled right now, and that's a blessing. Like I said, with the sicknesses we've had and the injuries that are going to occur in wrestling, to have a backup at every weight class is just awesome to have, and we've got quality backups. I think everybody on our team has a varsity win this year. Everybody on our roster does, so that's really exciting for what the future holds. And our youth program right now is as big as it's ever been. They've had to go to an extra night during the week to spread them out to have enough room to have the kids, which is just an awesome problem to have.
And what you're talking about is the Mountain Home Flyers.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
And I've noticed that they have a beginner, a novice. Do they have a third ranking too, or just the beginner and the novice?
Well, they got the beginner and novice as one, and then they got the experience class.
And then the experience class. So basically, they've got 3 different classifications.
Yeah, and talking to Matt this week, they went down and won a big tournament here recently, and this is the first time they've been able to go compete as a group for the team title because the program has grown enough. So he's really excited about that, and we're excited about what that holds for our future as well.
And that's really good.
Yes.
Let's shift over to Coach Bevel and talk about the boys' side a little bit. How are the weight classes filled in the boys' side? Are they pretty much leveled up?
Well, we're sitting with the 14 classes. I think we're short 2 right now. Currently, we've got 2 holes.
You still have a hole in the heavyweight?
Kind of. We're working on that. Should be an area that we'd love to see some of those football guys come out and fill one of those spots. We're still working on filling those spots, and we're one of the lower classification. I believe it's 120. I think we're sitting with a hole, but in as far as depth is concerned, those other weight classes we're looking pretty solid as well. We've got some great new wrestlers coming into the program this year, and we're really excited. Coming off of a second place finish last year, the projection is still upwards. We're looking at having one senior right now with Joseph Piersky, and he's doing a great job and helping lead. But the rest of the group is young, and so the projection is still upwards there. And looking forward to, they've also been competing and finishing well at tournaments and some really tough competition with some out-of-state teams that we've come up against, and some of our kids have really shown out really well, and their progression is also just like the girls. It's not necessarily where we're at right now, but where we want to be at in the middle of February, and I see us competing pretty well come time for that state tournament.
Good deal. 7:45, we'll take a quick break. We'll be back with Coach David Martin, Coach Bobby Bevel, Mountain Home Bomber Wrestling. Be back in just a minute.
I'm Benny with Ammo Dump.
At Ammo Dump, they carry new and used firearms, large supply of shotguns, rifles, and handguns. Ammo Dump will buy, sell, or trade in your item and can special order whatever you like. They also have knives, scopes, ammo of any caliber, and provide gun cleaning and restoration. Call them today for the best competitive pricing around.
If I don't have it or can't get it because they don't make it, come and see us.
That's Ammo Dump, located next to Woodman's Package in Norfolk.
Diatley Dental Care is a family-owned dental practice. Doctors Irvin and Christina Diatley grew up in the Twin Lakes area and are proud to serve the community. With modern treatment methods and state-of-the-art technology, they are dedicated to providing exemplary care to patients of all ages. Our compassionate team consistently receives training above and beyond the standard of care.
We're changing the way you see dentistry.
Come be a part of our dental family.
Overhead Door, a garage door company that has been with your family from the beginning, through all the ups and downs of life. From the small repairs to making your vision a reality. Overhead Door, your trusted garage door expert since 1921. Be sure you're getting the genuine, the original overhead door service.
Call Overhead Door Company of North Arkansas today in Mountain Home.
Are you looking for the best barbecue in 2 states?
Holy smokes!
Want the meatiest fall-off-the-bone ribs?
Holy smokes!
The most tender and delicious pulled pork?
Holy smokes!
The tastiest brisket in the Ozarks?
Holy smokes!
Holy Smokes Barbecue and Catering is the only place you need to go. Dine in, carry out, and the best food for your next catered event.
Holy smokes!
We're your mountain home for great barbecue cooking.
Holy smokes!
A higher calling for your taste buds.
At Serendipity Bliss, we love turning your day into a once-in-a-lifetime memory by offering unique, beautiful, and specialized event and wedding rentals that can transform any atmosphere into something you will never forget. Whether it's your dream wedding, a golden anniversary, sweet 16 party, or a company event, we can make any event blissfully perfect. Serendipity Bliss carries unique specialty gifts and bridal jewelry and helps coordinate decor, table items, theme-related pieces, and more. Make your day blissfully perfect with Serendipity Bliss, located behind Car Care Mountain Home.
We're back. Friday Sports with Coach David Martin, Coach Bobby Bevel, Mountain Home Bomber Wrestling. We've haven't had you guys on since last season, but we're sure glad that you've taken the time to come today. Let's talk about, we're talking off the air about how you don't have any senior girls. How's the leadership there? Have you got girls that have stepped up to take that role?
Yes, and it's really developed well, in the last few weeks. It took some time, and it does. I mean, it is something that we have to teach, and it's one of our jobs as coaches is to teach leadership, and it's a process, and especially when the girls that are having to take it on are boys, either one weren't expecting to have to take it on. When it was kind of dropped, it takes time, and our younger girls have really stepped up in the last few weeks, and we've seen a change in the dynamics of our team through that. So
who are the girl team captains?
The girl team captains this year: Amelia Fraunfelter and Leah Gatewood. Amelia's a returning state champion, is having a really good year. I think she's 25-3 right now, and so she has that natural leadership there, and then Leah's just a great kid that is all in and does anything she asks, very consistent, always there, and her wrestling is really improving right now too. So they're just two really good kids that have stepped up for our program.
Coach Bevel, who's the team captains on the boys' side?
As I mentioned earlier, Joseph Piersky's our lone senior, and then we have Austin Callies, who's also returning state champion, and then Ross McDonald. And so developing that leadership all the way through the program, having that ability to even call upon freshmen, doing the right thing at the right times, and developing that leadership is a main part of what we do. Wrestling's a fun part of what we do, but building character, integrity, and leadership in these young men and women's a major part of what we do. So, we're excited about what we have and what these kids are doing. They're very coachable and listen and work with us, and they're a delight to have.
Excuse me. Preseason, we had a report that you had two girls that were preseason nationally ranked. Last I looked, you still have Amelia Fraunfelter still nationally ranked as a girl. Haven't been able to find anything on the boys' side. Have you got any boys that are nationally outstanding?
I haven't seen anything personally. Don't always follow all that. In the midst of the season now, we're working hard. But I can tell you, Austin Callie is still, performing at a high level, and obviously, where he's at after coming off an undefeated season last year, definitely is deserving of some recognition of where
he's
won
at. 55 matches in a row or something of that nature.
Right.
I was going to say he's well into the 50s and has had one loss, and it may have came at nationals last year.
It wasn't in high school, right?
Yeah, it wasn't in high school.
They wrestling a college kid, actually, at the national level.
So we've got, and just to be honest, all the way through, we've got some really talented young men right
Absolutely.
now. Michael Davis is wrestling at a high level. Ethan Munden. These guys it's really fun to watch right now. They've really developed, and the trajectory that Coach Alexander and this program is headed on the boys and Scooter and Coach Martin and with the girls and all of us working together. It's an exciting time in Mountain Home Wrestling right now.
Wrestling has always been the misfit sport. If you don't feel like you fit in anywhere, let's go try wrestling. And most of the time, those kids are the ones that fit in well with wrestling, because it's like Scooter and I talked last night. It's an outlet. It's an outlet for those kids to let things go, and they can show some aggression and get away with it. And it's part of what wrestling is. So what I'm saying all that for is, if you've got a child at home and he or she is not sure where they might fit in sports-wise, and you want them to get off the couch, you want them to do something, get a little bit disciplined outside the home, wrestling's a good sport for that. And what age group does the Flyers start taking kids, and when do they start working with them?
There's a 3-year-old or 4-year-old I know competing right now for the Flyers. So there's if they want to wrestle, they can find a spot for them. The Flyers are 3rd through 8th grade basically, or 3-year-old through 8th grade basically. We've got some 8th graders working out with us because they have siblings in our program. But they can compete with the Flyers, and then we get them 9 through 12. So yeah, there's an opportunity. My son goes on Wednesday night to the Flyers, and he loves it. He's really excited about what that future holds. And like I said, the Flyers have been really successful this year, and they do a great job with those kids.
And what people need to understand is the wrestling program will help develop agility and of course the discipline for any sport.
Yeah, absolutely. We've got a young lady that plays softball, and this is her first year wrestling, and her body has just changed dramatically through wrestling this year. And I talked to her just yesterday. I said, hey, have you noticed what we're seeing in you? And she said, yeah. I said, I'm really excited about what it's going to do for you in softball. And she said, yeah. Coach, last week when you guys were gone with a varsity match, I went to softball practice, and she said I was struggling to consistently hit it out of the infield before wrestling, and she said I was roping it out in the outfield every time this last week. So she was really excited about what that does for her and her other sports as well.
I talked to her dad not too long ago, and I said, well, how does she like it? He said, well, I'm surprised, but she loves it. And the reason he was so surprised is because that family has a softball family, and they're the cousins have played and she has played, and she really likes the wrestling and the aspect that she's learning things, being able to do things with her body that she didn't think she was able to do. And I said, well, if they decide that they want her to drop wrestling, do you think she will? And he said, nope. You've also got, you talked about a young man that's got a sibling sister that's wrestling. She's an 8th grader. She's a dancer. Is that
Yes.
right?
Yep. Yes, sir.
And I think she'll be back to wrestle competitively in high school.
She's excited about it, boy. She's all in, and it's really exciting to have those younger kids that are interested. You know, I have her in math class, and she asked if she could come, and I said sure. So she comes when she doesn't have dance, and she's learning right now. She got to compete in one event that we had for some junior high kids and was successful, and we got another 8th grade girl, another sister that's coming and growing and learning and getting better every day. So, you know, that just helps with our program. It helps us in practice to have people to compete against. So, you know, it's been really, really good.
Coach Bevel, you've had 2 girls go through the wrestling program, and not only in sports program, not necessarily wrestling, but Victoria went through the wrestling, did very well. She's wrestling at the college level, redshirted right now, as we talked about off the air. Not only does wrestling help these girls with self-esteem, but it also gives them, has to give the parents the warm fuzzies about, okay, they're going off to college, going into a strange country. It seems a little bit different. Can she protect herself?
Well, not only
it helps with that.
The confidence that they can pretty much do anything, because if they can make it through our practices, girl or boy, come in there and not only stand out on the mat one-on-one with somebody, as you're saying, you know, the confidence that it gives you to persevere in just about any situation, because you're going to be uncomfortable when you're wrestling.
Mm-hmm.
You're going to be put into positions that it's just not it's not warm and fuzzy. And to be able to persevere and come through that and get to the other side, you're right. You could pretty much handle just about any situation that's thrown at you. And so we hope to build that up and develop that through all of our kids on both sides of the equation, as far as the boys or the girls. But it was a nice thing to have. And both sides of that, as far as both my girls being able to go off to college, having had great coaches here at Mountain Home, had a great experience in the athletic department here. And so that is something that I think all of our programs, you know, are trying to attain, to build the confidence in our kids to go on, whether it's to perform at the next level or just feel confident in whatever they're doing. But if I may, I wanted to mention also, when you mentioned the athletics and multiple sport athletes, I really want to emphasize how that crosses over, like Elijah Lag, as a young man that had a great football season, great talent, and he comes upstairs and he into that workout room with us, and he looks great. And I'd love to think that wrestling is going to only enhance his ability to go on to the next level.
Sure.
and probably play football, but maybe even wrestle. I don't know what he's aspiring to, but boy, he looks great. And the speed and agility, as well as that confidence to go up against anybody, I know next season will pay off for that football team.
Absolutely. And I sit here in that over the last 15 or 16 years that wrestling has been going on in Mountain Home, you have got to be able to see the development. And I'll just throw out McCoy. He has progressed as a young wrestler. He's doing great things. He's made big strides, and he's doing a very good job. And of course, you know, he does some jiu-jitsu stuff on the off season and on the side, which has helped him in his wrestling career. I know. I've watched it. I've
Sure, it just gave him. He's better on his feet. He's more nimble. He understands his body better. Any of those things are only going to help you in wrestling or in other sports as well. I think that wrestling, as he said with Elijah, wrestling and how he moves his feet, moves his hips, it all translates directly into the other sports.
And when you purposely stand toe to toe with somebody that you know nothing about, and the whole goal is to either pin them or outscore them, it builds confidence.
Absolutely.
You bet.
Absolutely. There's nothing to hide behind out there on that mat.
So what we got coming up, we've got we've got Tuesday the 25th at the junior high school gym.
Yes, sir.
We've got a dual meet coming up there. I think I posted on XL7 Sports the new schedule.
Updated schedule, yes, sir. There's been a lot of changes because of COVID, because of weather, because of whatever. We got state duels for girls next Saturday, and then state duels for boys the following Saturday. We're at home pretty much the next 3 Tuesdays, and then have a home match on Thursday the 3rd, which will be the biggest match of the year. It's going to be at the high school. We'll host Searcy and Batesville, and that'll be a big match heading into our conference tournament.
We wish you gentlemen the best of luck to both of your teams and to the volunteers. We appreciate their help.
Absolutely.
Thank you guys for coming in this morning. We'll see you Tuesday night at the Mountain Home Junior High Gym.
Thank you, sir. Appreciate it.
All right, that'll wrap us up. We'll see everybody on Monday.